was actually doing something that I loved, and I was making movies. I was filming. So just imagine, your best example would be, I can't think of his name. Chadwick Boseman. Thank you. Chadwick Boseman. Okay, so imagine you wanting it to be quiet. And reason being is because if they found out that you was going to radiation treatments, if they found out that you had went to surgery, they were not going to give you an opportunity, no chances. Well, that's what I had to do. In the meantime, I was picking my husband up from work, dropping him off to work, going to radiation from one side of town to another. I was going through all of this, zipping back and forth, back and forth. And let us not forget that I was Instacarting and DoorDashing and Grubhubbing. I was hustling. I was hustling. And in the middle of a lawsuit with him, yeah. But God gave me the strength. He gave me the strength, the courage, the determination, because I had to trust in His word. And I did. I trusted in His word. Like I said, there were days it wasn't easy because I hurt. And I was hurting from the physical therapy, from the injuries, not from the cancer treatments, not from the surgery. The surgery was so smooth that you wouldn't know that I had a scar. But I had to keep trusting in God. I had to keep believing. I remember I ran into a church member who got kind of salty because I didn't tell the pastor that I had cancer. And he asked me, he said, "Why didn't you tell the pastor?" I said, "Because I was walking this thing out with God, and I know what He said to me." It's nothing against pastors, but Jesus is the high priest. And if the high priest tells you something, you can bet your bottom dollar on it. So I walked it out. I walked it out in faith. And I got done with that, and there was another adventure. But what I'm saying is God's kindness, because I didn't even know how, where I was going to go or what. And then the Lord let me know that I was going to be at the hospital that I was. He let me know that I would be taking radiation. He showed it to me. But that's because I tapped in. I had a relationship with God, and He showed me His kindness. Let me tell you something. Everywhere is tough. But I'm noticing Cleveland, He showed me kindness in a strong city. I got a chance to experience love from my children. One of my daughters on another level. You know, I could call her when I was done with my treatments. We could laugh and tell jokes because I wanted her to know that God is truly real. That I didn't lose my humor. My humor wasn't cut out or taken away just because they said, "You got breast cancer?" Mm-mm. And I want you to know that no matter what you're going through, God is so kind. He is so kind. I remember laying here on this couch, and I got a word from the Lord that said, "I'm going to put you in front." Didn't know what He was talking about. Well, He put me in front. He put me in front of the camera as an extra in a movie. I had been asking for the opportunity, but His kindness, because this is what He brought me to do and much more. You got to tap into God. Let me tell you, not only tap into Him, marry Him, seek a relationship, court God. You can do that. Realize that you have to establish a relationship, not just a covenant, not just a promise. You know, when I first heard Him say cancer, I ran out because everybody around was talking about they had cancer diagnosis and all that stuff, only to find out no. And those that did got through that stuff like that. because I was praying. Got on my face and prayed for people. I took the time because that's kindness. See, just while I'm telling you about God's kindness, I was showing my kindness back by praying for other people. Now, I had my own problems. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. I had my own problems, but I was kind enough to get over myself so I could help somebody else with theirs. God put that kindness in my heart, just like He puts kindness in other people's hearts. Prayer really does change things. And we are saved by the word of our testimony. And I have to testify. That's not the only miracle. I remember a man, when I moved to Cleveland, I never met him, but I heard about him and a friend of his on the news. And I prayed because it just kept on. That love, that kindness, the loving kindness, the tender mercies. I prayed for that man. Those men got robbed. The one man that did live recovered. I mean, he was shot executioner style in the head. And I prayed, and the Lord answered. And do you know he was able to testify against those that harmed him? That's God's kindness. Not just to be able to go to court, but His kindness to let that man recover fully. That man worked at Cleveland Clinic, and I'm sure that his heart was to save other people while working there. That same kindness that he showed to other people, showed to patients, showed to visitors, that kindness was given back to him. No charge. God is a loving and kind God. And I stand 10 toes down on this. He will never leave you nor forsaken you. You're going to have days where you feel like, where are you, God? But He's never left you. He's never left you. His mercies endure forever. He gives brand new tender mercies every day. I may not know every word in my Bible. I may not. But let me tell you something what I do know. God is able. God is loving, pure, kind, generous, forgiving. He forgave me of so much and still is. We often slide. We may not be doing the hard slide, but we slide. Take your grace. Take your daily bread every day and thank God for where you are and what you have. I love you with the Lord, love of the Lord. Grace and peace be unto you. Take the Lord in your heart. Seek His kindness.